hope this finds you in wonderful health and a beautifully calm state of mind. Welcome back to Green Home Living. In a world that often moves far too fast, our backyard, no matter its size, should be the one place that demands we stand still. Today, we're designing for rest and daydreaming. In small vintage rustic gardens that feel like a hidden summer oasis, we're focusing on the restorative power of intimate spaces, using weathered wood, reflective mirrors, and overflowing blooms to build a quiet, farmhouse-inspired hideaway where you can finally step away from the noise and savor the season. Embrace the wild beauty of nature with this curated rustic vignette. The focal point, a vine-draped arch, frames a distant resting spot like a painting come to life. Flanked by towering palms and delicate flowering shrubs, the brick-edged path feels both structured and organically overgrown. This design celebrates the imperfect perfection of vintage gardening, where every cracked stone and climbing vine adds character. It is a perfect blueprint for creating depth and mystery in compact outdoor spaces. Evoking the charm of an old-world villa, this garden balances structure with wildness. Weathered clay pots brim with tropical foliage, contrasting beautifully against the dark green ironwork and stone masonry. The hanging lantern adds a touch of antique elegance, promising a warm glow at dusk. This design demonstrates how container gardening can transform tight urban spaces into lush sanctuaries, where every pot and vine contributes to a cohesive narrative of timeless, rustic romance. Create an illusion of endless depth in a compact space with this dramatic arbor design. A series of repeating arches, completely engulfed in climbing vines, draws the eye down a gravel path toward a distant focal point. Flanked by textured ferns and variegated agaves in weathered clay pots, the entrance feels like a portal to another world. This rustic technique uses perspective and vertical growth to transform a simple walkway into a majestic, immersive journey through nature. Warm earth tones define this vintage-inspired retreat. Rows of classic clay pots line the pathway, their orange hues complementing the aged brickwork beautifully. Large terracotta urns anchor the corners, while overflowing wooden troughs bring a touch of cottage country whimsy. The mix of structural evergreens and soft flowering perennials creates a balanced, lived-in look. By using containers instead of permanent beds, this flexible layout allows for seasonal changes, making it an ideal solution for small, paved spaces that need a burst of rustic life. This garden is a living room outdoors, sheltered by a leafy canopy, furnished with reclaimed wood, and adorned with potted blooms. Climbing roses spill over brick walls, blurring boundaries between structure and nature. The mix of tall ornamental grasses, soft perennials, and sturdy ceramic containers creates depth and rhythm. It's a masterful example of small space storytelling, where every element, from the rustic bench to the hanging basket, contributes to a warm, inviting atmosphere that feels both curated and effortlessly natural. Tucked away behind a verdant screen of ivy, this secluded alcove feels like a hidden treasure. The arrangement of 3 chairs encourages conversation, centered around a simple pedestal table. The interplay of shadow and sunlight on the grass adds depth to the scene. By using vertical elements like the pergola and climbing vines, the eye is drawn upward, making the small footprint feel grander. It is a timeless design that prioritizes comfort and intimacy over expansive lawns. Color and texture dance together in this intimate courtyard. The cool purples of the lavender contrast beautifully with the warm tones of the brick and the verdant greens of the climbing ivy. Vintage metal lanterns add a touch of old-world elegance, bridging the gap between the wild planting and the structured hardscape. The central bench offers a place to pause and absorb the sensory details. The scent of herbs, the crunch of stone underfoot, and the dappled light filtering through the leaves above. Soft textures define this intimate retreat. The crunch of pea gravel underfoot contrasts with the fluid movement of feathery grasses and climbing vines. A weathered brick border adds structure without rigidity, guiding the eye toward a hidden wooden door. The inclusion of a decorative mirror on the shed wall reflects light and greenery, visually expanding the small space. It is a masterclass in layering materials to create depth, proving that rustic gardens can be both refined and relaxed. Framed by an archway of tangled vines and pink roses, this garden feels like a secret room outdoors. The rustic wooden fence provides a perfect backdrop for the vibrant greenery, while a lattice panel adds vertical interest without blocking light. A solitary armchair invites you to pause and enjoy the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. It is a masterclass in creating atmosphere, using structure, scent, and soft furnishings to turn a tiny corner into a romantic escape. Evoking the charm of a Mediterranean villa, this garden balances structure with wildness. Weathered clay vessels anchor the corners, while a vintage globe on a pedestal adds a touch of scholarly intrigue near the entrance. The interplay of light and shadow through the leafy archway creates a dreamlike atmosphere. By layering textures, from smooth pottery to rough stone and soft foliage, this rustic nook achieves a sense of established history and timeless elegance in a compact footprint. Relaxation is built into every corner of this vintage retreat. Classic Adirondack chairs invite you to sink back and enjoy the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves, while a sturdy picnic table offers a spot for al fresco meals. The weathered wood of the buildings blends seamlessly with the organic shapes of the garden beds. It is a perfect example of slow gardening, where comfort, shade, and simple wooden furniture take precedence over manicured perfection. Balance and tranquility define this intimate entryway. Flanking a central flagstone path, weathered wooden benches offer a place to pause beneath climbing vines. Large terracotta urns anchor the corners, their earthy tones complementing the aged brick and stone walls. A deep teal door serves as a striking focal point, framed by lush greenery and hints of lavender. This design proves that symmetry in small spaces creates a sense of order and calm, turning a narrow passage into a welcoming, rustic sanctuary. Enclosed by weathered red brick and arched doorways, this garden feels like a secret room outdoors. The warm tones of the masonry complement the terracotta pots and copper-hued blooms, while dark green window frames add depth. A vintage lantern casts soft light at dusk, enhancing the cozy atmosphere by layering textures. Smooth stone, rough brick, soft cushions, and trailing vines. This compact space achieves richness without clutter, demonstrating how architectural elements can frame nature to create timeless, inviting charm. Evoking the charm of an old-world potting shed, this nook blends utility with enchantment. The weathered wood door and arched window frame a scene of organized chaos, where every object has a story. Hanging copper vessels catch the light, while trailing vines soften the rigid lines of the shelving. This design proves that small spaces can hold immense character through curated collections, creating a cozy, lived-in atmosphere that celebrates the beauty of aged materials and green thumbs. Elevation adds drama to this intimate courtyard. The ascending stone path draws the eye upward toward the open gate, promising a view beyond. Large-leafed hostas anchor the foreground, while delicate grasses sway near the entrance, adding movement and texture. Vintage pottery acts as sculptural elements, grounding the space without clutter. This design demonstrates how changing levels and strategic framing can turn a narrow passage into a captivating focal point, blending functionality with timeless rustic charm. When you carve out a corner of the world just for your own peace, you give yourself the greatest gift of the summer, the permission to linger. We hope these rustic, small space ideas have given you the perfect blueprint for creating your own blooming haven this season. Thank you for watching and for building this conscious, design-loving family with us week after week. Until our next feature, keep tending to your peace, keep the garden growing, and stay well.